a guy is going to rent me out to a group of men who are going to gangbang me.
Yep.
And they are all like guys that don't gangbang a lot. So this is like a very big treat to them.
Yes.
And they can't believe what a fucking whore I am. And in my own life, I am a control freak. That's why I'm successful. And that's why you're successful. Like, that's why you want to get out of control. You want to be told what to do because in your own life, you can fucking have anything you want.
Rock.
We are delighted to be joined by our first guests of the episode. Joining
Titillated.
us, if I am not mistaken, from St. Louis, Missouri, the hosts of the Nikki Glaser Podcast, Nikki Glaser, and her co-host, Andrew Collin. Hello, folks.
Yay! Thank you so much for having us.
Exciting times. You guys have great looks in your studios. I don't know about Andrew. It's kind of like a little bit more of a living room theme, but Nikki looks like you're very professional. I feel like you can do like a morning show right in that seat, and I'd be like, hell yeah, get her a coffee. Let's hear what's the weather going to be like.
You want to get me a coffee? Because Jason, look what just happened as I was about to show you. I just spilled a coffee on
no,
an entire full venti latte.
Oh, shit balls.
You know what?
So
but it's
bad.
meant to be because this carpet sucks and I hate it. And my Roomba keeps getting, becoming disabled after it tries to clean it. So that was for the best. I hate this carpet. Everything works out.
Are you
and
always
I wasn't meant to have that latte?
Do you always have that outlook on life where when there's a bump in the road, you say that it's like for a reason and I never liked that particular thing anyway? Or is this just... Right, which is...
No, because I don't change the story, though, Jason. I don't go, I never liked it anyway, unless it's true. But sometimes I do drop a latte, and I wanted it so bad, and I paid $7 for this, and I'll spill the whole thing, and I go, wasn't meant to have that. Something that would have given me some kind of weird energy that would have made the rest of my... Something bad was... This was God... Whatever that means for me, doing what I couldn't do for myself, knocking this out of my hand to be like, girl, you don't need 2 of these today.
And you don't have any later on thoughts of, fucking can't believe that coffee. You just move on with your day.
Yeah, I just make a new mobile order and I go get a new one.
Right.
I have to clean the carpet, so.
What was that?
It's like,
he puts my nose in it, so
yeah,
it's pretty fun.
I will be rubbing Andrew's nose in the carpet. Talking about Andrew's background, this is our podcast studio. That's our sign, Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Nice.
But I kicked Andrew out of this room. We are, one of us feels like maybe we have a little bit of the Delta, and so we're trying to keep each other safe.
What?
Until,
it's a good call.
You know.
Wait, one of you has Delta and you're in this fucking
mystery episode.
You're like 10 feet away from each other.
We're getting scared. No, we're not. This is a big ass apartment. Don't you ever think that I would live in a tiny ass apartment with Andrew Collin? No, we just are like.
Wait, do you really live with each other?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Are you boning? This is the story,
Jason. Let me tell you. No.
You're not boning.
We have separate rooms.
Wait, do you bone? Do you have people to bone that come to the house? Who's louder?
Jason. Let me explain real quick, and we will get to all of this.
Nice. Well done, Andrew.
And
glad you're enjoying yourself.
I moved back to St. Louis, where I'm from originally, to live with my parents during COVID because I was in between apartments, didn't have anywhere to go. Yeah. I was usually in New York or LA. Moved back to St. Louis, couple weeks until this whole thing blew over, March 2020. I ended up staying until December at my parents'. I kind of loved it. I get along with my parents pretty well. It was getting embarrassing though, saying like I live with my parents. I wasn't ready to move back to New York or LA. All my friends kind of dispersed out of those places, so I had nowhere to go. So I just asked Andrew, my best friend from New York, to move to St. Louis to get a place with me because I don't want to live alone. And he said yes. And I said, and plus side is that we can get a podcast studio in our apartment in a 3rd bedroom. You can start my podcast with me, be my co-host, come to St. Louis for a job. And now he's going to stay longer than I am, probably.
Yeah, her family likes me more than her, I think.
Yeah.
It's mutual too.
Yeah, he got a girlfriend. He's settled in here.
But you're like a huge celebrity. No offense, Andrew, but Nikki Glaser is on the Stern. Howard Stern still likes you, unlike me. But
Really?
I won't go on. I
you?
didn't get put. I tell you, something happened before I got let go at Sirius. Something happened where I fell off, and all of a sudden, everybody on the Stern show loves Jason, and now nobody likes Jason. And then maybe, I don't know, 8 months later, then I get let go. Like something happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Obviously, they're like losing a bit of money and stuff, but the Stern relationship, because that left me high and dry. Because I felt like Opie and Anthony were all pissed because I was so excited about Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always, obviously, I favored Howard more because I didn't even know who fucking O&A were. I'm from Australia. I saw Private Parts. Fucking give me a break. I thought Stern was awesome, but in the end, you just got left high and dry.
I would guess that Opie and Anthony would turn on themselves to get on Howard Stern and be liked by him, because it really is the way you're saying this as someone who seems to not give a fuck what people think about him, but still really worried about this Howard thing and what happened. I relate to it so hard. Like, Howard for me is the only person I think whose approval I will seek despite my own mental and physical health. Like, I will do anything to get him to like me. So I relate, but the thing is, I relate to it being something that you can't control and being like, I don't even know why he likes me, like I can't control that. So I know that it can be taken away at any moment. And he's such a complex man that you don't know what it was. It honestly could be nothing, or it could be one thing you said that he read or that he misinterpreted, and you can't do anything about it.
You did fuck his ex-wife, so
that could be it.
I swear that this is the two things that annoy me in my career the most. The thing that, as you said, I don't give a fuck, but I can honestly admit that I do and have spent years dealing with it, is Stern and Joe Rogan don't like me. And I'm like, I really liked you. I looked up to you two the most. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Even though that's probably not even a real thing, but those, I have to shake it off from time to time. And I have done for years now, where I go.
Isn't it hard too? Because you also enjoy what they do and you know that they don't like you. Let's just say that's the story you're telling yourself. And so now you come across a clip, maybe your friend's on, and you can't even enjoy someone you used to like because you think they hate you. And so it's kind of, it sucks when you meet or when you have, I don't know, beef, or like you feel like you've offended, or your heroes don't like you. That's why I don't want to meet so many of my heroes, because I rely on their content to like make me happy.
So that's going to be scary for you, because you would bump into the people you look up to all the time. You're working. God. I mean, you got TV shows, and so you every now and then this happens, correct?
Yeah. There's only a couple people, though, Jason, that I would feel that I put on a pedestal and whose content I need for my mental health. Like, that's what I get worried about, is meeting, like, music for me really will take me out of a depression, and is like probably, I hate when people go, Billie Eilish, you saved my life. But that's like the way I feel about Taylor Swift's music for whatever reason. It just spoke to me and lifts me out of whatever funk I'm feeling and gets me to feel my feelings. So for her, I can't meet her, even though she's my hero, because, or like, I don't want to forge a relationship with her where it could be complex enough that I might upset her, she might upset me, because I can't live without her music. And Howard Stern's the same way. Like, I enjoy him so much and feel like he's just this example of honesty and just goodness, Like, have
you hung out with him off the air?
No.
Right, because that was the thing that I think one time, because I was on 4 times, one time I think in my mind he was trying to reach out and communicate, because usually it's like, hey, photo, bye. after the interview, but this time he was like, so you take photos? And I was like, what? He's like, you're a photographer. You said you've got a camera. I was like, I got a camera. My wife bought me. I don't really know how to fucking use it. And then I realized as I walked off, I think he was trying to like
forge a connection.
No, I just went,
Jason.
not really, and walked off. And I was like, that's how you do it.
You just got you were probably a little bit nervous and didn't want to bother him, because when you finish at Howard Stern, it's like, you don't want to bother the king. Yep. You know that he's different on air than you. I'm trying to be a
pro. You're on the air too. You know the deal. You did this shot, and then you want to get him out because you know he's got a show to do.
I met a girl last week at a party, and I was like, the guy that brought me to the party, I go, that girl hates me so much. I think that I've either said a joke that really triggered her, and she's canceled me in her head, or something. I have a history with this girl. She won't look at me. Yeah. I'm trying to be nice, and it turns out she was a giant fan of mine. So sometimes I treat people who I have on a pedestal in a rude way because I don't want them to know how much I love them, because it's too much. And so then I come off like a fucking cunt, and they think I don't even like them, when really I would do anything for them. So that really opened my eyes to that behavior in myself when I realized that girl really loved me.
Wow. Jason,
maybe Michael Rappaport really loves me.
Maybe he loves you so much he
couldn't even say hello to me.
It's freaking him out.
Too?
Okay, Michael Rappaport went to the Jason Ellis, the Sirius XM studios, and I saw him one time. He was like, "Oh, hey man, we're gonna get on your show." I was like, "Man, I'd love to have you on the show." And then years later, never came on the show. But then I saw him at
Doug Loves Movies.
Doug Loves Movies, and we were all supposed to be guests together. And he came in and he said hello to everybody. He didn't say hello to me. And he, like, Susie saw me, kind of switched off. And then he told Doug, I got to leave halfway through the show anyway. And then.
Okay, I think it's because you were like, I'd love to have you on. And then maybe you didn't reach out, and he felt like you were expecting him to reach out because you didn't want to bother such a big star, but he was expecting you to reach out. Neither of you.
And that could be a thing where you would not like me for the next 10 years.
Jason, it's not too late. Go to him.
Makes sense. He's screaming about everything.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty funny.
His hate and love are very mixed.
It's entertaining. I'll give him that.
I love him, but I'm scared of him too. Like, I think that you guys just need to clear the air. He definitely loves you.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. It makes sense.
He just feels like you didn't reach out to him after you had agreed to in that short meeting. That's usually what it is.
And I'm terrible too. Like, if I'm like looking for you to say hello and I'm looking at you and you don't, and I'm like, whoa, really? Wait, you're not gonna? Oh shit! And then it becomes way worse than it is to me. I'm now thinking, man, what did I do? Is he gonna try and hit me or something? Like,
whoa, that's so interesting.
In 2021. Talking about
mental
is finally a thing. And that's why we're excited to be sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
What is BetterHelp? It's customized online therapy, video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist.
Mental.
Yeah. There's no reason for you to be sitting there bottling up your thoughts, suffering silently when you can talk to somebody readily available.
Mental.
It's more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours.
Mental.
Join the millions of people who are seeing what therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset.
Mental.
Preach on, brother. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and the Jason Ellis Show listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Ellis.
Mental.
That's better. HELP.com/Ellis.
Mental.
Blue Chew gets you hard.
Yeah!
Oh, that's right. What is Blue Chew?
Blue Chew!
I'm glad you asked. Blue Chew is a unique online service delivering the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. We used to know a guy. That's
Bone
right.
zone.
Remember, we knew a guy who couldn't take pills.
Yeah.
Yes, and for all we know, that guy hadn't had an erection in years.
What a fool.
But he presumably does not have that problem anymore, because even if he hasn't conquered his issue with pills, he will have no trouble with the chewable tablets available at bluechew.com. Made in the USA.
So you know it's good, Michael.
That's right.
I've been using them, and I've got so many bones, I can't handle the zone.
And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Ellis at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
And we're all so similar and insecure and just want to be loved.
You're way hotter.
I have nightmares.
You look really
that-
good, by the way. I'm not trying to
What?
hit on you. I'm just saying you look really
Thanks.
hot.
Oh my
No.
gosh, thank you. That's why I was 10 minutes late. I had to like put on makeup and look presentable. Your clips are very well done, and I want it to look nice and catch the eye and get a lot of likes.
You
and
look
shares.
good, Andrew. I mean, when I saw you face to face the other day with Ryan Sickler's studio, you look way better now than you did then.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have done nothing different other than have a filter.
You didn't put any makeup on or anything for the.
I did pluck my asshole hairs, if that makes you happy.
It really does.
That must be it.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I have a big smile. I really appreciate that.
Finally, somebody read the guest prep one sheet.
It just goes such a long way to know that your whole is hairless, you know?
Oh, it's not hairless. I started. I didn't finish.
My favorite.
It's like one of those black and white cookies.
The half hairy, half bald fucking private area.
I love that you're plucking your hairs on your ass too, which is by far way more painful than just a good shave. Have either of you ever shaved your asshole or plucked it?
I shave it all the time. I'm hairless.
I've waxed mine. That's unpleasant.
Waxing's not as bad as the front, though. Like, if you're a woman who gets her pussy waxed, when the woman finally goes, all right, get on your hands and knees, let's do the back, you're like, oh, awesome. It's like calloused back there.
Wait, you guys get put on your hands and knees for the back rip?
Yeah, you get in like doggy style.
Katie, why didn't you tell me that you get doggy style wax ripped?
I've never done doggy style wax rip. They usually make me lie on my side and spread my ass cheeks.
Oh, that's the weirdest when they make you spread your ass cheeks. It's so weird and hot in a weird way.
I was going to say, I'm hearing is
I'm glad I can't get wet back here. She would know how turned on I am.
Man, you have to have a deep connection with your waxer to do that, huh?
You do, though.
Katie, do you have a connection with the person that pulls that out?
No, but you can get wet. It's weird.
Yeah, it's intimate. You know what they do though? When you're getting your vagina waxed,
yeah, pull it out, Nikki. Go for it.
At least I'll give you an example. So my lady will so she'll put the thing on and then
you guys just see me in her room now.
Zipper goes.
I'm just helping the coffee. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Your pussies.
So Katie, I wonder if it does the same thing. So she rubs the wax on. They got to kind of like rub it on, right? Yeah. And then right when she's about to pull, she'll pull and then she'll go like this on my leg with her hand just to be like nurturing, like kind of distract me. And it's the most motherly, like her going like this. It's like I've felt deep connections with this Indian woman at this threading place I went to. I wasn't having him threaded, but it was just so soft and gentle and made me realize like my mom didn't touch me enough.
Aw. Man, man.
You never asked her to wax your pussy either.
That's true. It was already hairless for so much of my life.
Your waxing sounds like my BDSM life. Like I got a mistress that does that. And every time she leans on me after she whips me, I feel like I think, why do I want to lean on her like she's my mummy all of a sudden?
I know.
I must
Wait a
need
second.
more mummy.
We need to back this truck
that
up.
Whole sentence was something.
You have, because I am very, very interested in getting into the BDSM kink scene. I am a proud subscribing member to kink.com.
Yeah.
I often go to hitbdsm.com, which is a free porn site, but it's riddled with ads and I don't know how to get through it. I love BDSM. I love all of that stuff. Tell me about your journey into it and how, Katie, you work into him having a mistress. Do you pay this woman to come beat you?
It turned into paying. It was more of I think the very first time I went and a mistress schooled me on how to be a dom for Katie. and then we did it with her instructions, and then we kind of realized that Katie really doesn't want that much, and that I'm not that good at it. And then a mistress came on the show, a professional, Isabella Sinclair, who's like a really fucking big deal. I didn't know. And she said, come on in and try it sometime, after talking about all this stuff. And Tully actually was the guy that said, dude, you always talk about a lot of things that involve pain and sex. And if you talk about it and if it doesn't seem that crazy to check it out, maybe it is something you'd be into. Because I didn't think that I'd be into being a submissive.
Right.
But
and it makes you feel maybe not masculine to admit
but
that might be something you're into.
Right. And I think that's also a big
Stigma
step on
around
me becoming open about my sexuality, because what I mean, if I am submissive, so what? Did that change me? Am I like I can't skateboard anymore or something because I'm submissive? Like, it doesn't mean shit.
No.
So which kind of helped me get past the rest of it. But
I agree.
But it's a pain. There's a rush. There's a mystery. There's a trust. There's all these things that she puts you through in a really professional way. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, let's get a dungeon and Nikki Glaser can just whip the shit out of me for a half an hour. It's not like that.
You
got to be good at it.
A lot of communication.
Yeah.
And it's very specific to that person's needs. I find that the things I want in bed are a scenario that I can't even find in porn. Like, it's so specific what I want a guy to say to me, what I want a guy to do to me, that
do you ever just tell them to do that?
Yeah,
Because we'll never get it.
I'm interested in you finding what you like, and I'm interested if you'd like to disclose it. Like, what does a session for you look like? What's your ideal kind of pain or interaction with your mistress?
Okay, well, this is all her. I don't know that much about it. I'm just sort of learning with her, but it's got to the point where she knows what my favorite things are. So at the start, you get racked up on something, and then she does the whips that progress. I think there's like 4 or 5, and then by the 5th one, it's the bull whip. And then that's like the last beating, where the last crack. That's why I know she's an artist. The last hit is the last hit that I can take.
Whoa. She knows your threshold. You do have a safe word,
and I
right?
don't say shit ever.
You don't say anything.
I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to quit, and she knows it. I'm not going to say a safe word. Like, if you break
I love that
me,
you're still tough about being submissive. You're like, I'm not going to fucking say it.
Yeah. There's still. Hey, I didn't say that it's just. I didn't just 180 everything. I'm still a fucking meathead. Just a meathead that blows dudes. It's not the.
You need a safe word, because what if one day
the safe word would be like, stop. I would just say stop.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, there's no like secretly hot safe word like tomatoes.
No. Make no mistake. You get your balls tased like a man.
Jason.
Yeah. I'm a little bitch like a man.
Do you go to a place to have this done? Does Katie hear it from the next room? No. I go to some kind of noise.
I go to a professional dungeon.
Oh, dungeon.
Okay. Yeah. And how often do you go?
Not very often. And now she moves, so now I don't go at all, because I don't want to get a new person, because I don't trust a new person. But I guess I
was
would.
looking into hiring someone to do the things I wanted, because I have a real hard time finding people that I want to be sexually intimate with. And feeling like all of these expectations, and I just didn't want to get my heart really involved in the stuff that I was watching in porn, and my porn has just taken on a life of its own and really gotten me into some areas where I'm like, this is almost like I look at it like a new sport. Like, I just need a partner to play this sport with.
How
and it's not about a relationship. It's like a tennis partner, someone that can play on your level and not judge you for what weird you play or how you hold your racket or whatever. And I was looking into finding someone that I could pay to do the things I wanted to do. And then
is this a guy or a girl you're looking for?
It's a guy. I would take a girl too, but
Katie. Don't you know, like, Katie knows more of the people that you actually contact. Isn't there like a bunch of places that have that? Like, they have dungeons. They have dungeons, and they have a bunch of people to choose from.
I'm sure there's dungeons in St. Louis.
I bet there are too. I've been on FetLife and looked into it, but it's just nothing as. So if anyone listening knows of anything, I would really like to pay someone and have it just be monetized so that I don't owe anything to them. I don't feel like, and I feel like it's private. I want them to be masked. I don't want to see like something of them. I don't want to look at them and nothing about them is supposed to turn me on. I don't want to see their dick. I don't want their penis involved in doing things to me. I want them to maybe get off on the idea that you're going to get me off, but I don't want your sexual pleasure to be a part of it. You're just there as a mechanic with a fucking, welding mask
in the end,
on.
you're getting off, though, is what you're saying.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
And
wait,
it has to be a real dungeon. It can't be like, hey, I fucking have like a sword.
Yeah,
you have
Andrew's
to have
right.
a full dungeon.
Yeah, it has to be a professional
No, it has to be a
establishment.
room
They're going to
with a
have all
bar.
these racks and all these toys. That's what I'm saying. You want the mystery and all these other things. That's what they have. They have all different, like, what's the mattress? What's this thing where you become like a sealed meat?
Oh, like the shrink wrap stuff?
They
The vacuum
the
sealed?
latex.
She
that
put me
is,
in a
like, so
latex-
hot.
Yeah, she put me in a latex vacuum bed
Yes.
with a
yes,
with a
where you-
blindfolded
I
mask
was
on
watching that last night. It could
and
have been you.
a little hole right there. And then
Yes.
she blocks it off the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That sounds
Dude.
cool to you, Nikki, the breath deprivation stuff?
Well, my kink du jour is my whole. Okay, so let me try to explain it. I have a really hard time letting go, and that means orgasms. That means like letting a lot of happiness into my life. I'm always like, it's gonna go away. Eating, like I like Christmas Eve. I don't like Christmas. I like the anticipation. I don't like the release because then it means it's over. I'm very scared of things being over. So I like a lot of edging and being told I can't come, don't come, be a good girl. You need to be a good whore. Like I like this. So the scenario, This is wild. I'm admitting this because I've only admitted this to one of my partners before. But my ideal scenario is that, and this doesn't mean I want it to happen in real life. It may be, but maybe not.
Okay.
That a guy is going to rent me out to a group of men who are going to gangbang me.
Yep.
And they are all like guys that don't gangbang a lot. So this is like a very big treat to them.
Yes.
And they can't believe what a fucking whore I am. And they don't know it's Nikki Glaser. They're just like, she's some whore. Not that she's like despicable and like we hate her, which is so
just a
much of the
professional.
gangbang mentality. They're like, wow, this woman can do so much. She's like the, Simone Biles of getting her holes filled.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she can do, she's the all around
That's
medalist.
crazy. I feel like that is now my new fantasy. Like that is perfect
I want
to
a
me.
guy to be impressed with me, but
You
I
wanna
don't.
be in the
and I want to
line,
be
Jason?
forced to.
I want to I want to go over to a house full of dudes that get railed.
Yeah. Yes.
But do
yes.
like
And I wanna be
rail Olympics.
comfortable. I don't want to be slapped and told and have guys put a foot on my head and spit in my face. I want to be like respected, but also like you're a fucking filthy whore. Who would do this? Like special, like. For me, the things I do in bed, I truly believe, and I'm not trying to like turn anyone on or brag. I'm an elite, like sexual partner. Like I can take a lot, and I want to push myself to like do things I see in porn that even girls, when they do it in porn, they go, whoa, how does that girl do that? Like I'm capable of being a really impressive porn star. Not going to ever go down that path, but I like in my personal life to be pushed to those places where it's like, holy shit, if I wanted to go pro, I could do it tomorrow without question and get like awards for it.
Yep.
And so I want the guy
Everything
to
she's
be
saying.
encouraging. And so this is the scenario. So I go, I want you to train me so that and for whatever reason, if I come, then the guys at the gangbang, the fantasy gangbang that he's lending me to, as like my boyfriend, say he's like my boyfriend. This is an ideal situation for like a boyfriend. He loves me. He pushes me to my limits alone. We train for this gangbang that's coming at some point. When I am
Is there
going
a
to be given
charity
to his
involved
friends.
in this?
Yeah, it's all gonna go to St. Luke's childhood cancer. And
That's good. That's
and
good.
yes.
Nice.
And so when I get lent out to this thing, the thing is for whatever, and this is the thing where I just have to make this up. The guys would be really mad if I come. Like they would all be disappointed in my boyfriend. They'd be like, you gave us this girl that just comes right away. Like for whatever reason, me coming would be a sign of defeat. Like I'd have to like a disqualification. So I'd always tell guys, I want you to tell me I can't come, but make me try to come so hard and be like mad at me if I try to, and I have to beg you to come. And then finally you let me come when you think I deserve it. And if I don't, then you get mad at me. Like it's always like and it's not even mad, you get disappointed. You're like, I thought you were a better whore than that. Yeah. And that is my scenario. So he's training me to be a good whore that won't come too soon for his friends that I don't know, who don't know it's Nikki Glaser. They just think it's some like unbridled whore.
That's a lot.
And so the latex comes
therapy?
in. I know it is a lot. When the latex comes in, I'm into those now because I like forced orgasms, which you can't even search the word forced on anything because it has rapey connotations. But on the subreddit forced orgasms, there's great stuff. It's all what I'm into, where a girl's tied down and forced to come. And
do you put lube on your latex?
I've never done latex, but I love it because you can't move. You can't wiggle away from coming. And I can always wiggle away. No one's ever been able to like keep me.
That's what they
like,
always say. You're a great wiggler. Yeah.
I don't want to be able to wiggle away. I don't know why.
What's your deal with trying to escape orgasms?
It's about control. It's about like, it is so scary to me. Orgasms are terrifying because you could fart and shit and like you make weird faces. It's so vulnerable and you're so out of control. And in my own life, I am a control freak. That's why I'm successful. And that's why you're successful. Like, that's why you want to get out of control. You want to be told what to do because in your own life, you can fucking have anything you want.
Ask Katie. Sometimes I do it before she asks for me to do it.
But it's
sometimes she asks you to stop.
It's interesting that you don't have that too, but it's just another way of being submissive, of being like not being in control of your body. So that, Jason, when I do come, it's not my fault. Someone's made me do it. So if I do, you know, like I enjoy anal sex a lot. And
hell yeah.
I also don't have a lot of vaginal sex unless I'm in a relationship because I know that the oxytocin that gets sent off when you have a penis in your vagina makes you fall in love with someone faster than you would want to. So I don't have sex unless someone's like, I'm going to marry them.
What the fuck?
In my vagina. But I do have anal sex a lot. And I always worry about shitting on someone, which has happened before because—
Do you wash yourself out?
Well, I try to,
Maybe
but—
that's why you poured out that coffee.
Wait, you don't wash yourself out?
You're going to fuck later.
Not bad.
It makes sense.
I just know my body enough now when I've got something back there. Not like I just know. And then one time—
So you don't?
There have been times I don't. But the thing is, when I've had anal sex, it's always been with someone who I know would be okay if I shit on them because either it's happened before and they were nice about it, or this one guy said to me recently when I got scared because I was like, no, I am not ready for this. And he was like, listen, he just whispered in my ear. He goes, I accept anything your body ever does.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, that was the hottest thing because now I can get old, I can get fat, and I can shit all over you. And you just gave me permission.
You know that guy wants your poop, right?
Not necessarily. Yeah, because I get that. One time a trans girl said that.
To not get poop on each other.
One time a trans girl said that to me when she was going to do that to me.
What, she wanted to steal your poop?
She just said, I don't care, because I said the same thing. I was like, I haven't washed out. And she was like, I don't care. And then it was almost like she wanted to get some on her, which made it okay with me.
Yeah,
I believed her.
You got to take someone's word for it. And then if they get mad at you, I mean, I have this story in one of my specials, but one of the first time I was having anal sex with a guy who, I was dating a guy who didn't even like toilet humor. Like he didn't like fart humor. Like he was really grossed out by any poop talk. Like it was almost like a thing for him. So when he stopped in the middle and he goes, we have a situation. And then I smelled the situation. I was like, I thought, and this is the beginning of our relationship. It was my first relationship. I was in love with this guy. I finally got him to want to be with me. I thought, it's over. I shit on this guy that can't even hear a poop joke without going, guys, no. So I go, we're done. So I run to his bathroom. I'm in the shower. And this is in my act, but it's not a joke. I was looking for places to like hang myself. I was like, my life is over because I shit on this guy who I love. Yeah. And I have to spend the night here. What am I going to do? He 5 minutes later, came into the shower. I'm sobbing. I can't even look at him.
Oh,
And he's like, look at me. He goes, look at me. What's wrong? I go, I can't even look at you. I'm so embarrassed. You'll never see me the same way again. And he was like, listen, it's fine. He goes, you play with fire, you're going to get burned. He was like, we were playing with fire. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it was just so sweet. And he kissed me and made me feel so good. Then I went back to bed and he had removed the sheets. He changed the duvet. Any kind of evidence that it had happened was gone. And yeah. And then I go, where are you? And he had gone out the back door. Had called me in. But then I moved in.
So, yeah.
He killed himself.
So it made
but
you
was
closer.
It was such a beautiful moment that made me feel so so happy because I love anal sex and I love the way it feels. And the only problem is that there's poop back there. And if you're with someone that lets you feel like it's okay if it happens, obviously you don't want it to happen, but then you have total freedom to really enjoy it.
I think I got closer to Katie because of a poop situation, because she taught me about the cleaning thing, and she bought the metal thing that clicks onto the shower, so you wash yourself out with like this metal thing.
You got to send me a link. Yeah. Okay.
It's way easier and it gets it done in 2 washes. But Katie was showing me in this. So we got a spare bathroom and Katie's teaching me about butt stuff, and I'm trying to learn how to get fingers in there and things like that. So she's really been the big help there when it comes to that. So she's like, yeah, you put the thing in there with the water going in and it washes it out. And I go like that, and she's like, yep. And she's sitting down on the outside of the shower and I'm in the shower, and I don't really know how this whole thing goes, and I've just got it in there. And then all of a sudden, pootonk, a turd just flew out of my butt and like hit the floor. And I'm like, oh. And Katie looks at me like, oh.
Was there a split second where you wanted to like kick it away or try and cover it with your foot real quick, or were you instantly busted?
It made a sound like it was a thump. It was a solid, it was a creditable turd that hit the deck.
It reminds me of when Zac Efron dropped a condom at like a Disney red carpet.
Oh yeah,
I
remember that.
It hit the carpet and everyone's just like, okay, so what did you do?
Well, we both locked eyes and I froze, and then she started laughing hysterically. So then I start laughing, but I felt like, because I don't like to poo around her, and I don't want her to, and she doesn't want to either, so it all works out. But that one was the first like, oh, I poo, like here is one, like that's, and I felt closer
to birth.
I felt closer because I could tell that she was like, I'm not leaving you, like, don't worry about it.
The worst thing happened. A poo came out live in front of the woman you love, who you don't poo in front of. And I think that's a really important thing to say, is that couples that have anal sex and maybe encounter poo through anal sex do not have to be the type of couples that shit in front of each other and fart in front of each other.
Right.
It can be a couple that keeps that totally separate.
Yep.
But then in the bedroom, those things can happen. It's a different context. So if you're maybe interested in exploring anal with your partner, but you're like, oh, she won't even fart in front of me, she would never. Don't be more open to it, because the person that I thought would be more closed off to anal sex than anyone was someone who's very much into it. And
I mean, it's not a thing I want to do all the time, but it does make that you and that person become closer, like, because you do have to sort of survive and get things off you, and together you have to do it. And you were both there, you both saw it, you know what happened.
Keep the room dim, get brown towels, and have wet wipes open next to the bed, ready to go.
I've just got the washout down to a T now. So I
got to get the washout. I'm just going off of like my eating schedule. So I got to get a, what is it called?
Don't get that one. Thing. That's what I'm saying. I just saw what you're doing. You're doing the squeezy bottle one. They fucking suck. Do the shower mount thing. The shower mount is 1,000 times faster, and you know that it's done.
Yeah, because what you're doing now, Nikki, I don't know much about this. It sounds like the rhythm method of anal.
You're right. You know what the worst part is? And this is a disgusting story, and I apologize. I
can't wait.
I was having anal sex in my relationship, and we always did it on like special occasions, when it was just we were feeling kinky, or he was mad at
Funeral.
me. No.
Flag Day.
Yeah. Flag Day. So I got an enema because I heard, oh, that's how you do it. I think I had a gay hairdresser that goes, you need to use an enema that will like save you any of the trouble. So I went to Walgreens and I got a Fleet enema. I got one, right?
Oh, no.
I put it up there. Wished it around, sat, did the thing where I lift my butt up in the air. I was over at my sister's house for like a Christmas gathering. I went up in her bathroom. My family's like singing fucking Christmas carols downstairs with babies. And I am getting ready to have anal sex with my boyfriend who we got a hotel room later that night. So I let it sit there, wash it around, wiggle my butt. And then I go to the bathroom. It all comes out. I'm like, well, that was great. Right. So then I go on to have sex later, and it was a huge mess because you have to do them till the water runs clean. You're supposed to play like 10 of them.
Yeah, no, you don't do a 10.
It up.
You don't have to do 10. Here's another thing that I've learned from my porn friends. Mm-hmm. It's two washes, and if it's past 2 washes, you're in for it. Like to me, if I wash out 2 times and then I'm clean, then I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. If I wash out the second time and I'm like, oh, there's way more going on here, that means
then
that I'm
don't
probably
even try.
Well, you can, but it's usually I've been in there for like 20 minutes.
But water like holds in the folds of your colon.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It will come out, and if you don't get all the shit out, it was a nightmare. And I remember my partner
shut
being
out
like,
everywhere, right?
What happened? And I go,
Man.
I promise you, this is this bad because I was trying to make it not bad. Like it backfired literally all over this Hilton Garden Inn room suite. I am so sorry to the staff. I will left you so much cash on that pillow that you had to throw out.
'Twas the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
Additionally, you don't want to use the solution that comes in
That's
an
why
enema.
you love Christmas.
Wait a minute,
Yeah, you're
Nikki. Nikki, listen, Katie's got the scoop.
I'm listening. No saline.
Anal knowledge. Okay, so the enema kit that you buy, you dump that out. Like if you're going to use one of those, because that's for if you're like actually constipated and need that. So that's going to make you shit more.
Made me shit more.
Yeah.
So you want to use just water. Dump that out.
You getting this too,
Dump
Andrew?
it out, use the water.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. I don't.
Well,
it just
Andrew
seems like
does
so
not-
much preparation. If I had an asshole that was open for everyone, I would just shit on it. I would just be like,
Andrew's too
enjoy this
lazy
shit.
to
I'm too
prepare
lazy. I
for
don't even.
things.
This
I
guy's
don't even wipe my ass.
this
So
guy's
it's like-
out there for you.
Yeah, but I don't know. Actually, I'd be too like insecure about shitting on him. Still, I just would like, not do it because it's like filling out a form. I just
haven't
don't want
had-
to do it.
It feels so good.
I was gonna say you haven't been butt fucked. That's your problem.
Men don't
Well,
understand. They
Come
think
on
it's,
over, Jason.
I always
Wow, touche. You win.
Yeah, put your
cheap
money where your mouth.
Southwest flight. I think that it's so funny to me that so many men don't want to explore back there. I don't think it's for everyone, but I think it's funny that people don't want to do it because it means it's gay.
Yeah.
When really, like, will you just use logic and say to yourself, do you think gay men or bisexual men have a thing in their asshole that you don't?
That's
like,
not true. Yeah.
you would like it too. And
I just don't have a good asshole. We've talked about
And
this.
I also
Me neither.
Yes.
They deal with it. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? What's your asshole look like?
I have
What do you
roid
mean by
scars.
roid scars. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Andrew, you have a
No scars, just still roids,
cavernous,
I guess.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
yours
I
looks
have.
like an asteroid hit it.
Yeah, it looks like the Independence Day. Yeah,
You had
it's bad.
fissures. You've had
No.
surgery.
Yeah, I had
Oh.
surgery. I had an anal fissure, so I had surgery where you get a cut in your asshole, and then they cut your asshole more to get rid of the cut, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
And so now my asshole looks like a jellyfish that like died.
Yeah.
I've had
And,
that too.
Apparently,
your-
anal fissures are the most painful
I've had that.
thing.
I went to
You've had it
hospital.
too?
How
Yeah.
painful is it? It's fucking.
It was
it's
up there,
bad.
man. I don't go to the emergency room for shit, and I went. I was
We're-
like, something's up.
Were your guys' buttholes bad even before that? Did they start off good?
I had a good asshole when I was growing up, for sure.
Yeah.
Man. And I never. Hey, Katie, when you were first sticking your finger in my asshole, it was a pretty sweet asshole.
It was
then.
adorable.
Yeah.
Aw.
And now it looks like they
At least
test
you knew
minds in it.
when-
What does it look like now, Katie? What do you think? What would you call it?
It does kind of look like you got hit by an asteroid. You got 9/11 asshole.
Oh, it looks like Daffy Duck's
Ground
beak after he
zero.
smokes one of those fake blow-up cigars.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like it's got a brain and it's thinking for
Wait,
itself.
Does Katie enjoy anal sex?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Love it. Okay.
We're like
when
you,
did
Nikki.
Get into it, Katie.
We're Batman and Robin over here. Like we
I
go.
love it.
We're an athlete.
I just got sad thinking about when my asshole was just a boy. You know.
I apologize for bringing up a touchy subject.
I get a move.
Having a dangly like back of the mouth thing on my asshole, you know, that looks like a punching bag or
UV
something.
is a tail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be tough.
one day your asshole looked like a fresh recruit going off to Nam for the first time, and now it's like the guy in the wheelchair on the side of
I
the
was gonna
road.
say I'm Tom Cruise right now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm at the bar. I'm fucking Captain Dan or whatever. I'm just at the,
Lieutenant
I'm at the
Dan,
bar,
asshole.
fucking Lieutenant Dan and out.
Wait, that is really interesting, Andrew, and I'm going to do that for you because I feel
What
like a
are you
lot of your. Well,
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I missed something big.
Are you bringing my asshole back?
I think I might because I think a lot of asshole shame and asshole pain is related to stress and like self-loathing. And especially your asshole is just so, it's just an embarrassing body part. But I know that this works for me when I'm really like hating myself and in a bad place. Sometimes my friends will send me a picture of myself as like a little girl where I look, some TBT I posted. They'll screenshot it and go, Nikki, this is you. Like, be nice to her, and then it'll make me, like, so I can be nicer to myself. So, Andrew, I'm going to take a picture of a young boy's asshole because I don't have yours, or I'll ask your mom if she has any pictures of your old asshole so that you can talk to your old
She does.
asshole.
It's my third grade photo. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We had an asshole on the show for a while. Remember what was his name?
I can't
Ask
believe.
Buttman.
Yeah, Ass Buttman used to call in every now and then, and he
All
was
right,
he was a talking anus, and he had a sweet hole. I thought you were going to offer Andrew anal surgery, like plastic anal surgery, and give him a brand new
He
anus.
won't do anything with it.
Yeah,
He's
put
too
me on
scared of it
botch.
feeling
Put me on
gay or
botch. I'll be
pooping
on-
on people. He's not going to get over the fear of maybe if he pooped on someone, and he will never experience the joy that is anal
I've got
sex.
a finger in my ass.
If you
I've got
get-
a finger in my ass.
Andrew, have you ever had an orgasm with no hands, where and no one's touching your dick?
Wait, is that a magic trick? Is this a riddle?
No, no. It's what happens when you. It's what happens when you.
It's the ice cube melts, and that's how.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, where's the lighthouse? Okay, wait, what are you saying? So
I'm saying that if you have anal sex the right way, you can have orgasms without touching your wiener.
Dude,
I got you.
it's a
they're
turbo
they're like
button.
girl orgasms. I think I'm not a girl.
I got a rub and tug one
Oh.
time and came no hands because she turned to get the lotion and I came on my own.
Oh my God.
That
And then
counts.
she turned around and she just goes, power.
Whoa.
I'm not trying to brag, but my cum is strong.
No,
Do you apologize when that happens?
No, we just, I don't think so. Did
Just had
I?
a good
No.
laugh and
No, you
Went on
say
with your day?
you're welcome. She gets to cut her shift early.
Hey, don't you have a TV show that we should probably mention real quick?
Oh yeah, I have a TV show called
after-
FBoy Island.
Yeah.
That is out now on HBO Max. That after this conversation, I'll probably not be asked back as the host. But yeah, it's on HBO Max. It's streaming now. There's 3 episodes up, depending on when this comes out. But get on board. I mean, it's like this new dating reality show that I shot for a couple months in the Cayman Islands.
How was that? Like, besides being in the Cayman Islands?
Best experience of my life.
Really?
It was awesome. I'm the host of a reality show. I don't have to memorize lines. I just have to react to what's happening around me.
Yeah.
I just watch a reality show happening, which is already my favorite form of entertainment.
Cool.
I'm not on the reality show, so I don't feel like I'm being like,
Cool.
I don't know what's going on. I might look bad. I made all new friends. We were in Cayman Islands. In February, we got there. We had to quarantine for 2 weeks because Cayman Islands fucking takes it seriously.
Yeah.
So back in February, when, we didn't know anything like mask freedom that we know now and we're about to lose again, but in February, it was wild. We got out of quarantine after 2 weeks and there was no COVID on the Cayman Islands. So it was like going to grocery stores, rubbing up on people, seeing mouths. It was thrilling. We were all like, it was a summer vacation being on like location. It was so
I'm
fun.
sure people have already asked you this, but any fuckboys try to bang you?
No, they kept me very separate from them because they've seen my stand up and they just thought that like maybe, I don't know, I guess hosts in the past have tried to fuck people on shows. They just didn't let me really interact with them. And so no, that never happened. And I really wanted to establish like, I'm not someone, I don't want to be sexual with them. This is not what this is about. I'm a host. And then there were some scenes that we got to do like kind of sketchy stuff where I was trying to rehabilitate F-boys and do like a therapy session where I got to play a character of like a sexy therapist. And then I got to kind of be flirty, but no, I won't do that. Even if I like felt it, I would never do that because I really like this job.
You're a professional.
And, yeah, I'm professional for the most part. You know, there's other ways in which I really, you know.
I mean,
it must have been nice to be able to roast some of those guys too. Because I was watching some of it, and some of those guys really seem like total chodes. And I imagine for you, who's so good at roasting, it must have been tough to just bite your tongue and smile and be like, okay, here we go with the show. But to be able to take digs at them, it's got to be nice.
Well, you know, that's interesting you say that. So the first episode, I come out there and I meet all of the guys, and I don't expect everyone to know who I am. Maybe half of them do. And then the other half are just like, I want to come out and be really roasty and like just make fun of all of them. So I wrote a ton of jokes. And the producers really wouldn't let me talk to the guys beforehand. I just wanted to go, hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to roast you, but just like laugh and like take it. Like I'm a roast comic. You might know me from this, but they wouldn't let me say that. So I just went out and started roasting, and the guys were kind of just like, what the fuck? Why are you being such a bitch to us? Like, you're the host. So it didn't go off the way I wanted it to, the initial roast. And that's where I learned
but there's a rhythm
kind of
to it. Like you're being an asshole, but you're like, no, but it's in
I kept
form.
going, that was a joke. You can laugh. Yeah. That was a joke. Like I had to explain it to them. But then as the show went on, I was able to talk to them, you know, when we were stopped down to change a shot. I was able to strike up a kind of friendship that made it so I could tease them more. But I will say that, like, you know, in the first episode, a guy gets eliminated and he has written a poem, and he reads a poem to this girl that he barely knows. And it's really awkward and weird. And everything in me wanted to like mock it, but everyone else was laughing at him. So I thought it was my responsibility to make him feel really safe so that we got him to read his poem with as much sincerity, because that's funnier than just making fun of someone as soon as they break out a poem and then he doesn't even want to read it. I wanted to be like supportive of him. And to be honest, I thought it really like brave to be that like emotionally vulnerable. Have you ever tried to write a poem? It's so embarrassing.
I was getting flop sweat for that guy.
I know.
Because it also, when he said, I have a poem, everybody went, "Ugh." And then it took him like 15 minutes to like unfurl it and get the pages in order.
How much was it?
And that was cut down, dude.
Wait, was it really long? How long was it?
Well, at first he tried to do it without reading it. He had memorized it, but then he was too nervous and couldn't remember it. And I was trying to, I know as a stand-up, when you write a joke verbatim and you work on memorizing it, sometimes it's just better to just fucking read it off the thing than trying to remember. Because then when you get nerves, you could have been doing this perfectly in your hotel room, no problem, in the elevator down, and then the lights and camera, and you're drawing a blank. So I helped him through trying to memorize it. And I go, listen, they're going to cut around this. Breathe, take your time. You can look so stupid right now. It's going to be okay. And then he just couldn't remember it. And I go, dude, just take it out and read it. Like, we don't care. So that, it took a while to get to that point, but I really did feel like I don't want to make fun of someone who's being vulnerable ever. I want to make fun of the guy who's choosing to wear something so that you won't know that he's vulnerable, or acting away. You know, these F boys, I say F stands for fragile, because they're just so insecure, and they're doing all these showy things and bragging about their money and Bitcoin and gelling their hair because they don't want anyone to see that they might be flawed. And so this guy was actually reading a poem, which I thought was so vulnerable, even though it was kind of stupid and uncalled for that early in the show. It was better than what all these other guys were doing, just snickering with their shirts buttoned down to their navels. Like, that's worse than a poem, is your choice to not button your shirt so that you look cool on TV. So I just felt like I needed to be that for him. But later on in the show, I had to bite my tongue a fuck ton about how ridiculous people were, because the ones that I want to make fun of are the ones that can't really take a joke about themselves because they're so insecure. So and I also have a fear of hot guys telling me I'm not hot and just shutting me up that way.
Yep.
So everyone thinks I'm like, oh, you must do so much crowd work. Andrew opens for me on the road. I do not ever, if you sit in the front row of my show and pay extra because you want me to like make fun of your shirt, it's not going to happen. Like, I don't, unless you are mean to me, I will not like be mean to you because I'm so scared I'm going to hit a nerve in some way. And you're going to go, well, you're fucking old and ugly and not even funny. And my girlfriend wanted to come see you. I don't even want to be here. And then it would make me feel, that's my deepest fear. So I don't ever make fun of people because I'm scared to be made fun of.
I get that. I also would like to go to your show because I didn't know that. I don't really go to, I'm pretty clueless to stand up. I'm surprised considering how many people I know and I've watched and heard, but
that's okay.
I went to the Comedy Store one time with Katie and they just put me in the front. I had no idea. And then as soon as it starts, there's a bunch of dudes that notice there's a fucking dude with a wolf tattooed on the top of his head in the front of the fucking. So I'm just
oh
like,
my God,
let's go over here. And then at one point, Norm Macdonald was on and he's like,
what?
This guy. And I'm like, oh, whoa, I'm going to get checked for fucking tattoos on my head by Norm Macdonald. Note to self, don't fucking sit in the front row of a I had no idea. I honestly
unless you're at my show.
did not know.
I don't even see you because I blur my eyes because I get so nervous. I have a ability to blur my eyes to the point where I could be legally blind. And I don't do it because I don't want to look at you. I don't like eye contact because when I used to make eye contact with people, like when I used to bomb all the time when I was starting out, there's a way to get people to laugh in the front row if you just look at them. They just go, ha, they laugh nervously because they want to you catch them not liking you and then they just laugh because you're making eye contact with them. Yeah. So I never want to force a laugh that way. So I blur my eyes so I don't ever see anyone and can't force them. And then I don't know if they don't like me. No one ever stands out to me as not laughing because I can't see anyone. I can see like wiggling shapes, but that's it.
But once you start heating up, let's say you've got control of the crowd and you're aware of it, do you now refocus your eyeballs?
No.
You don't.
I blur the whole damn time. And it's something that happens without me even thinking I do it. I recently unblurred on purpose. I blur all of you, by the way. And I'm going to unblur right now just to see what it feels like. And I hated it because everyone's judging you and I can't handle it. Sometimes I get a little bit like too self-aware on stage where I'm like, why am I up here with a microphone? I don't know anything. People have to listen to me and be quiet. And if they are loud, they get kicked out. If there's like an astrophysicist and a brain surgeon having a quiet conversation at their table during my show about curing cancer, they will get told by a bouncer, you guys need to shut up because that girl's on stage talking about her pussy and you need to leave and pay your bill and leave. That's insane to me. Like, what have I done to deserve this? And so if I go into that too much and see people staring and I'm like, why is this guy, he doesn't even want to be here. Oh, I hate myself. It spirals and I can't stay confident, which is so essential on stage.
You really don't deserve to come. You're right.
Oh my God, please. Don't make me.
I know.
I've already spilled something on this chair.
I know. You're going to doubly ruin that IKEA rug. Guys, I feel like we've just scratched the tip of the iceberg of the things we could talk about, but I think we need to let Nikki and Andrew go.
Fuck.
Oh, we do?
I think we do.
Podcasting.
We can stay for another, let me see. I mean, if you guys want us to, we can stay for another 15. I mean, I don't mind it.
I just don't know. People tell us our episodes need to be a certain amount of length.
Yeah, but they also told us.
I thought you were saying that like we had a hard out and I didn't give one. But I love a short episode. I feel like we got a lot done.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. I love it. She's just ready to go. I totally agree. We should leave. Wait,
no,
I'll do it. I'll host. No,
you tell me when to come.
No, not yet. Okay, not yet. Don't be bad.
I won't.
Okay,
I'm a good girl.
Please be. See, now after the pussy talk, I have nothing to say.
Guys, I could do another 2 hours if you need me.
I'm going to need to see that half-shaved ass if that's what's going to happen. We're on YouTube as well, you know.
Andrew, you're not allowed to come either, okay?
I can't. I'm on Zoloft. I try every night.
Man, that is...
Wow.
I just jerk off until it bleeds.
Man.
He's a dry boy. He jerks off with no lotion.
Wait, are you uncut?
No, I'm cut too much. Oh, they chopped the head off.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they left the foreskin and they cut the head off.
Oh shit!
They cut the 2 and 3 skin, if you know what I mean. Hey yo, all right.
All right. All right, man. That's
doesn't
it.
make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
I'm
The
still
Nikki
with it.
Glaser Podcast.
Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Every
That's a
single
show.
day. We do it 4 days a week. Nikki Glaser Podcast. It's like a morning radio show. You get it.
You do it 4 days a week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Jason, they offered me a podcast and good money, and we're like, we just want 1 hour a week. And I was like, can I do 4 and
Wait,
do
what?
an hour and a half? I didn't
I didn't even know this.
I know. I like doing more work.
But it works with your fans. Everybody wants more because that's how we are. We want to do more, and they're like, no, podcasting is about 1 hour once a week, and I'm like, okay,
I know.
we do
I want
other
so
shit.
much more.
Do you do Patreon shows as well? Like, what other things do you do?
No, we
Just
just
that?
do 4 a week, and then I'm, for me it's supplemental to stand up. Like I can't be doing stand up every night, and it just gives me a way to kind of perform and feel like I worked and got something out creatively every day that doesn't take from my like nightlife, driving to a club, hanging out, going on stage. It just works that muscle. It's like going to the gym.
Well, I think you're awesome.
Likewise.
I'm a huge fan now. Right? So I feel like what a champion. And and Andrew, you're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait till you see my asshole, bruh.
Yeah, no, I look, watch it, all right, champ, because
You watch
I
it.
get confused
You watch
sometimes. Next thing you know, I might be paying for that
No.
reconstruction of your anus just so that I can pound it.
I love you, Jason. I love
Wait,
how open you are.
You're gonna correct my ass just to ruin it?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ruin it. I was just for a minute.
That is rude. That is fucking rude, dude.
Put it back. I'm gonna make it
I'm
look
not gonna
even
fucking-
worse. It's gonna be great. All right, thanks for.
No, you're awesome. And the
Thanks,
reason I was
Nikki.
able to be so open is because you set the stage for this. Thank you for being so honest and just real with who you are. And that's why we love you. So
You're
thank
awesome.
you.
Nice meeting you too, Tully and Katie.
by we, I mean me and Howard.
Fucking-
Not
I know he loves
Not
you.
Rogan. Not Rogan.
I love them regardless. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Nice meeting you
See
guys.
ya.
Bye.
Likewise.
Wow, those people are fun.
Yeah.
I should listen to their show. I get stuck listening to. I've only got like 7 podcasts. I'm gonna broaden my horizons. I really like Bad Friends. That's my favorite show, but I get stuck on that. And conspirituality sometimes bleeds on with people that are way too scientifically advanced, and they just talk in a tone where I'm like, oh, I didn't even care if you're right.
You're fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, my dumb brain's getting angry. You better take your top off. Yeah, no. Sorry, that sounded bad. All right.
Truff, 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 it's never enough. Truff, 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 it's never enough.
Guys, I know you love your song and I know you love Truff, but enough. We need to tell everybody about this luxury
There's never
hot
enough
sauce
Truff.
brand. And there never is enough. Inspired by the elegance and indulgence of truffles. This is sexy hot sauce.
I love hot sauce and sex.
I love truff. I never thought that hot sauce and truffles would be a flavor combo I'd be into, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
Makes
you
my
thought
boring,
wrong.
healthy breakfast much more exciting.
You can thank 2 college friends, Nick and Nick.
Thanks,
Those
Nick.
guys, yeah.
They meticulously tested literally hundreds of hot sauce recipes out of their parents' garage. They built Truff from the ground up, and now it has all the style and swagger of streetwear culture meets the Instagram-centric life cycle of food. Get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping with promo code Ellis
So
at
hot right now?
truff.com. So hot. That's 15% off everything at Truff. TRUFF, F as in fantastic.com. Promo code Ellis. Pop quiz, hot shots. Do you guys have life insurance?
Yeah. No,
What are you doing?
I don't know, but I'm frightened.
What will
You
happen
should be for not knowing.
to your, you really ought to know. That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
There are people you love, people who depend on you, and you want to make sure they are provided for no matter what the circumstances. That's why you got to go to PolicyGenius. It's hard to know where to shop for life insurance. PolicyGenius makes it easy. It is a marketplace where you can compare quotes from all sorts of different providers. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with PolicyGenius. That's $1,300 or more per year on life insurance. That's more than $100 per month. So just head to PolicyGenius.com to get started right now.
Or you could get some doubloons and bury them in your backyard.
Also an option, but I recommend you stick to PolicyGenius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. Welcome back to the Jason Ellis Show. We are joined via Zoom from a guest in Louisiana. I hope I'm saying the name of the town correctly. Mamou, Louisiana. And we are not, I think I've already blown that. And we are joined by David Aucoin, who is the man behind a brand new business that is making some noise on the internet. I'm speaking of T-Boys Swingers Trailer Park in Louisiana. Hello and welcome, David.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you though.
Terrific.
So you've decided to open a swinger club in your town, but it's not open yet. But or is it open?
No, sir. It didn't even quite start construction yet. We're just in demolition mode.
Okay, that you got a sweet ass accent. You're wiping it all out, and you're about to build it.
Correct.
And you've had I saw an interview where you were saying that you've had a lot of people reach out in excitement for this establishment to open.
A lot of people, just like it's got to you guys. Who would ever believe it get this far to where I could be? Many people know.
Is it a rare thing to be open about being a swinger in your town?
Yeah, because I'm not a swinger.
Oh, you're not a swinger, but you're opening a swinger club. What triggered you to open a swinger club if you're not a swinger in the town where there's not many swingers? I would assume anyway.
Money.
You thought? Did you hear on the grapevine that maybe swinger clubs was a good business to get into?
I know somebody near and dear that's got that lifestyle, and whenever you hear somebody talking, they ain't got nowhere to go, or they ain't nothing, and they just, they not just to show up nowhere to, that the regular folks know about. They want to try.
So, do you plan on being the DJ, or like when you open it, what are you going to be doing? Are you like the doorman and are you going to be serving drinks? Are you okay with dicks and clits wobbling around your face all day? Because that's your job. I'm a swinger, and I've gone to these swinger things, and the owner is usually walking around with his dick out, and everybody's drinking really shitty margaritas. Is that your plan, or what is your move?
My wife ain't gonna let me walk around with my dick out everywhere.
Oh, okay, you're a married man. But wait, so will your wife be anywhere near this establishment? Is she okay with this?
She's okay with the establishment, but she made it she's behind me on everything in the world. She made it very clear she'd do anything for me but be a swinger.
Right. Describe the nature of your conversations with her. When the light bulb goes off over your head, there's money to be made with the swinger trailer park, but you're a married guy and you know your wife doesn't want to swing. What's the conversation like when you say, honey, I've got a great idea?
My wife's pretty easy going. She believes in me, trusts me. And if I tell her, hey, I ain't going to have nothing to do with it. I want it as a business venture, and I see a good thing about it. But, the extra titties and everything else, that ain't for me. I don't want to. I told her a bucket full of swinger ladies ain't going to take me.
Right. I see. I heard you say that a bunch of titties ain't going to bother you, which means you're going to be around a bunch of titties, but I feel like you've got a business venture. You've got an idea, and it sounds like it's a good idea of all the people reaching out, but you've got to, as a guy that's gone to these things, there's tons of old dick and balls coming your way. Like, you're not in your face, but they're swinging everywhere. It's pretty tough. I'm just saying, if it's a day-to-day thing, I've been there a couple times and I'm like, wow, that is as many old balls as I would like to see ever,
Yeah. But I don't plan on working this establishment. Old dicks don't bother me. I'm not intimidated by old dicks. So.
It's good for you. Wait, you're not working there.
That might be your slogan, by the way.
You're not going to work there.
I don't plan on. If I plan on working there, I'm not going to have my wife, so I can't work there.
Oh.
Okay, so you got your work cut out for you. I'd have to say, I saw the news report, which is how we first heard about you, how a lot of people have heard about you. It doesn't look like there's a lot of infrastructure in place, but you're not planning on opening until about a year from now, Memorial Day of next year. You've got big plans, right? This is not just about clearing some space and putting some hookups for trailers, right? You want to put some features in there at T-Boy's trailer swinger park. Swinger trailer
like
park.
glory holes and shit?
Yeah, that's plenty of those, I guess. We got a big pool coming in. It's going to be, of course, an enclosed pool because if they want to walk around naked or something, it can't be all outside naked, whatnot. And then there's be a couple little buildings for the different little adventures they want to partake.
We love adventures, Michael.
Now there's a yoga facility.
There will be like a stage, a stadium for it.
And some sort of a poker hall, but a strip poker hall.
Well, that's however they want to bet on their games is up to them. I ain't gonna say that's what it's for. If they want to play with Oreos, who am I to tell them? We're just gonna there's gonna be some tables available and a space to play.
Man, I got to tell you, a guy that isn't a swinger, he really has a lot of great ideas for swingers. I feel like you're lying. Like I feel like this is like you're opening this business and eventually your wife will cave in and see that the swinger lifestyle is actually great. And then you can bone on.
Maybe she just dips in for a yoga class and that's the back door.
That's how you get her in.
That's it. That's how it starts. Huh? But it takes somebody on the outside looking to see how to make it better, to figure it out. More people on the inside of that world don't want to publish it, I guess, or scared to, or don't have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
I don't mind controversy.
Right. And you seem pretty open when it comes to people's sexual preference. And if that's their choice, you obviously have no problems with that.
No, I got no problem. And I'm learning more and more. And the more that they keep on downing these people and they keep on wanting to say how they was on Fox News saying I was going to murder them in the woods or some shit. They had the STDs and everything else, trying to just give a bad name to these real good people. And it makes me want to fight even more for it. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
I got to tell you, man, having like a swinger, people talking about it in a positive way, so that people, like you said, don't have to hide about it. But it means more to the general public when someone like yourself who isn't a swinger is, hey man, these guys are mellow. Like, what's your deal? Calm down. It's kind of it's unfortunate, but your words are louder than somebody like myself who is a swinger, because they're like, of course you think swingers are cool. You are one. You have to like yourself. But someone who doesn't do it and is like, what is everybody's problem with these people? It really does go a long way. So I thank you for it. I think it's pretty cool.
I'm happy doing it. I'm tired. Getting more and more every day. I'm tired of people just they think it's something so wrong when everybody's agreeing to do something, but everybody else want to go bang somebody else's old man when they're out to work or something. But these people agree to it. They're happy with it. That's what makes their life work. Yeah,
I think it's really the maybe the mystique a little bit when people don't understand things, they get negative about it, and maybe just pure jealousy because it, like you just said, if you can do it and your wife or your husband, depending on who you are, is like, yeah, go ahead and do that. Don't act like that's not a good idea. Like, if you can get away with that and not have any repercussions afterwards where you're angry at each other, which I see in the swinger community, not a lot of jealousy. A lot of people have it all figured out in that community. I don't see like, man, why are you talking to him? Why are you talking to her? Like, everybody knows what's going on there. And it really is a pleasant place. Even if you don't bang somebody's wife, it's pretty sweet just because everyone's just way more easygoing. They have to be because they're potentially fucking you.
Even if you just come for the strip poker and to spend a night, just park your trailer there. Yeah. Now, I was curious. Your name is David, but it's called T-Boy's Swingers Trailer Park. Are you T-Boy? Who's T-Boy?
That's a good question.
I'm not T-Boy. It kind of came from somewhere far. I'd rather not go that far on here, to be honest with you.
Oh. And yet you named your business after the thing you don't want to talk about.
What? Is this some inside shit? Man, okay. I don't know I think T-Boy sounds like a dangerous person.
Is it possible that David doesn't swing, but T-Boy does?
No.
Okay.
But it don't work.
You don't dress as somebody else with a wig on alternate occasions, do you?
Well, maybe I can't confess to it then.
Because I noticed you said in the news story that I saw initially, people come to your town for many good things. This will be one of them. I was looking around at some of the other local attractions. I saw there's also a business, correct me if I'm wrong, in your town called T-Boy Slaughterhouse.
Yes, there is.
Okay, what the fuck?
So are you building an empire of...
Yeah. Are you about to take over this whole town?
T-Boy Slaughterhouse is not mine.
Okay.
If you go to T-Boy Slaughterhouse, they got the best smoked sausage in the world.
Man,
you come to T-Boy Swinger Trailer Park, they got the best sausage smokers.
Oh man, this guy is.
In this case, I don't mind prepared material.
Yeah, no, I respect the hell out of this. No, this is a sweet campaign, and if I was in your town, I'd be eating the ribs and hanging out with the old bulls for sure.
Yeah, all kinds of smoked sausages. It seems like a small town. I know Louisiana is typically a fairly conservative place. What do the locals think about this business that you're starting and all of the attention that it is getting?
They are some mad bitches. There's a bunch of happy ones, but all the little uppity the ones that already ain't no good for themselves and nobody else just trying to blast everything on Facebook or be all effing retarded. And, I got other businesses around here that donate all to this community and everything else, and they want to talk shit, and they get on there and start, the ones that's going to tell me hi in public and thank you and everything else, all of a sudden, I'm the most horrible person and disgusting and this and that. But if you get out of Evangeline Parish or get to abroad or anywhere else, I mean, the influx of emails and texts and everything else of everybody that's, even the ones that's not swingers, like, man, that's cool. I want to come just hang out at the pool and just hang out because there's some cool people to be around.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Michael.
I'm coming. Now, I got to ask, over your shoulder, I don't know where you are sitting right now. Is that a bunch of ketchup?
That's actually honey.
Oh.
I got a honey farm, a bee farm.
Another business. This guy's got mad
entrepreneur.
businesses.
Yeah. T-Boy's got his fingers in everything.
Everything. Yeah. Well, mad respect to you and T-Boy and all your businesses. I think you're a legend. I love what you're doing.
Yeah, we will be sure. Let us know when this thing is official.
Yeah.
We'll be happy
I'll
to
fly out there.
I think we should do a show there. Yeah. We will do. If you'll have us.
Can we do a show at your
That's the best idea I heard all day.
Fuck yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah, this is good.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait to interview everybody about what it's like to be there.
Right. Well, then this isn't goodbye. This is until we meet again.
We'll see you soon, mate. Thanks so much for being on here.
Thank you.
Later, mate.
Appreciate it. David Aucoin from T-Boys Swingers Trailer Park, soon to be opening in Mamou, Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm thinking about becoming a swinger just to support that guy's business.
Yeah. I was going to think about changing my name to T-Boy.
I was going to say, if he doesn't want to be a T-Boy, then maybe I'll be.
Because that guy's got it going on, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Is it too late to rename the show as
the T-Boy Show?
T-Boy Swinger Trailer Park?
I mean, it's
T-Boy's Honey Pot?
He's not using it for another year.
We're supposed to keep evolving. Like, what about if, instead of just making different things on the show, what about if we just change the name and just like wear masks and just pretend we're a whole new thing, put on an accent?
Man,
that guy's accent's cool.
The Cajun,
I would like to live there.
The Cajun accent
is
probably our best American accent.
I would like to go there. And it's French, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everyone's got names that sound French.
Yeah, Aucoin. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm saying that right because I said it a bunch of times. I think that is the way that you say it. I always remember my only real life encounter with a Cajun was when I was driving cross country right after I finished high school, was in a convenience store at a gas station, and a guy who looked a little bit like Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard was microwaving.
Such a good look.
Was microwaving a hot dog, and he was just standing there staring at the microwave for like 10 solid seconds, and then he goes, "How long you take, doggy?"
Oh, he's adorable. I would like to have him in my living room to just like cuddle and talk to from time to time.
Exactly.
Yeah, he sounds fun.
They're a lovable bunch, the Cajuns.
Right?
Yeah. If you like the seasoning, you can't go wrong. Because they put it on everything.
Are we just going? Or
I think this is the end of the show. Or is this the beginning?
I don't know. Man.
What if it's
if
both?
you don't know and I don't know, we're pretty fucked.
Well,
you don't know, do you, Cool Beans?
I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, I think this is the end of the show.
All right. Well, don't die then.
If you want more Jason Ellis show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwearwolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.
Big fat boy.